So I'm on my way to the field. Thought I'd have a lovely snowy fly, and there's a fair amount of snow on the ground. However, the visibility I don't think is good enough. Look at this visibility over there, see the trees over there. I want visibility of at least a couple of miles, and looks like it's about a quarter of a mile visibility, which is not good enough. So I've wanted to fly in the snow for quite a long time, and my opportunity has come. Although yesterday the visibility stayed bad the whole day, so I'm now having another go this morning, the next day. So arrived at the field. See the moon up there? It's kind of fogged. I looked out my bedroom window this morning, and it was definitely clear as a bell. Super clear. So this mist has just rolled over the hills. I'll just show you over there. You can see the mist below the hills, but you can see sun through those clouds. So I'm going to go back. So it's 10:15 down at the field, and the mist has lifted a little bit. Visibility is much better. Still quite murky. But quite keen to get up for a flight to see the snow, get some snowy photos. So hopefully I will show you those. Wind, look at the wind turbine over there. Wind looks quite low actually, it's forecasted to be 5 gusting 10. So I had 2 flights today. Here's the first flight, and my GoPro on my helmet actually gave up. So I managed to capture the takeoff and landing on a GoPro which I stuck to my van. So I'll just show you those quickly, and then I go out for another flight so I could get some more photos and record some video. So just had about a 20-minute, half-hour flight. Got these new gloves, heated gloves. The GoPro didn't work. Might just go for another flight. 10 litres of fuel. So I went up in my summer gloves, checked my GoPro, and it wasn't recording. Got some photos though. So I'm going to go up for another flight. So basically just came back down to get my gloves and switch the GoPro on. Trains are running, surprisingly. Incredible. Now I've got a tailwind. That is a tailwind now. I'm only going up for you guys so you can see the snow from the air in the UK. It was quite fun, but it wasn't fun with cold hands, and my hands are super warm now. I'm only on number 1 on these gloves. These are called Saviour gloves. Number 1. What I did do is I bought 2 different brands from Amazon. Sent the ones back I didn't like. Oh yeah, fully commit. So the first flight was half an hour long, and I'm going to go up again. We have a southeasterly wind, so I decide to fly over to Little Gransden Airfield, and this flight ends up being an hour and a half long, and I wasn't cold at all despite the conditions. It was -8 on the ground when I woke up this morning. The conditions on the ground are about -4. But when I get up to altitude, I'm at about 1,000 feet here. Temperature is about -0.5, so still below 0, but a little bit warmer at 1,000 feet, so a small inversion. So I'm really pleased I'm finally up and able to view the snow from above. On my way over to Little Gransden. Shame that the sky is not blue. I do get another flight in a few days' time, so I'll show you that in a minute as well, where it's much brighter conditions, but it's much colder today. It does warm up gradually through the week, but staying pretty much below 0 for the entire week. So here's Little Gransden Airfield. I have a look around to see if there's anyone about, and it looks pretty much deserted, not much flying going on. So decide not to land, and then basically just turn around and fly back to my field near Bedford. So there's my field below, just going to come in for a landing. Strong wind high up, the very light winds on the ground. Warmest it got to was 0. On the ground it's -3. So 2 flights in the snow. Whew. Not sure how often I want to do that. It'd be much nicer on a clear blue sky day, but then all the snow would start melting. No buddies, no one else flying at all. Saw an airliner, that's it. Nothing else. Those gloves are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Eric, Chris and Kieran are here. And no plan, just going to go up for maybe an hour and a half, something like that. Maybe with the Graffin water. Well, we shall see. Wing is laid out, taking the Nucleon XX up today. Well, second pull. And the engine dies. Wind direction is from the south. A freezing cold southerly wind. How about that? It looks like the wind is about 3 or 4 miles an hour, and I would say just about perfect for a winter bimble. So I've got 10 litres of fuel, enough for 2 hours, enough for 2.5 actually. With thick heavy heated gloves on, it's not easy to get clipped in. So as I said earlier, we've got Eric, Chris and Kieran flying today. Temperature's a bit warmer than a few days ago, although still below freezing, probably about -1 on the ground. I did take my little thermometer with me and it did get to +2 degrees at 1,000 feet. So again, another little inversion, all the cold air lying low on the ground. So we don't really have a plan. I decide to fly up to Graffin Water, as that's the way the wind is blowing. We have a northwesterly today. And then fly over to Ulkenbury, the old RAF Ulkenbury, and then around back to the airfield. This flight is about an hour and a half in total. And it's lovely to get up, see the snow with some blue sky. That's what I always wanted to do, and finally got to do it. That's Graffin Water there on the right hand side. I'm just going to fly around Graffin Water and then head east to Ulkenbury. So approaching Ulkenbury now, opens in 1938 for use by RAF Bomber Command. The station has been used from 1942 by the United States Army Air Force, and visitors included King George VI, who visited the site and saw the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress there on the 13th of November 1942. So on the way back from Ulkenbury, fly over Huntingdon, there's Huntingdon Park, over the Gravely Wind Farm, and back to Little Granston. Now we're getting very, very close to the winter solstice here, so at 3 PM we can see a sunset, which is kind of weird, but that's what it's like in the UK. I was very surprised to see a glider flying around, obviously being towed up and doing some glider circuits. No thermals whatsoever in the snow, but that kind of took me by surprise actually. Here's Little Grandson Airfield. I'm going to come in for a landing, and I've got some nice photos. If you check the link in the description, I've got some photos of both of these flights on these days. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like button. It helps other people find the channel. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy my foot drag landing. Oh, thanks. Oh, lovely. Nice sunset, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So as I said earlier, if you want to see the full photo album, check the link in the description, and thanks for watching.